Hi. The last thing I want to ever experience in my life is to go close to somebody, hug them, get my head closer to them, and they can't stand the smell emanating from my head, all because I have braids that have accumulated some kind of scent along the way. Unfortunately for me, my hair gathers a lot of dirt. I really just can't explain it, and my dandruff is one of the biggest things that really make it even worse. I sweat a lot in my scalp, and that also contributes to getting that kind of scent that your hair has been old or your hair has been on your head for a while scent. And the unfortunate thing is that I can't undo the braids because, first of all, it's been only a week and 4 days, and apart from that, the cost of installing the braids and undoing them just in a week and 4 days is really uncomfortable for me. I can't afford that life. Most times I like to leave my braids installed for about a month before I take them down. So what happens if the smell or the scent is accumulating and I really don't want to undo my hair? That is where I wash my hair. The biggest problem with washing your hair while in braids is that it doesn't dry properly, or you're not able to wash it properly. So come along with me while I show you my method of washing my hair in braids, getting them smell free and new. All of this is going to be done by myself. This is for people who like DIYs. It would be best if you go to a professional salonist or hairstylist to care for your hair. I decided to do this on my own. If you're doing this on your own, you really need to pay attention to a few things. First and most important for me is the type of shampoo you're using. There you go, Sulfur 8. Sulfur 8 is a really strong shampoo. If you see what's written on it, it says it's for deep cleaning. It removes dandruff, it removes flakes, it leaves the hair soft, manageable, and it's ideal for all hair types. And it helps restore the scalp's natural pH balance. And I think everything they describe here on the bottle is perfect. It's just so true. It's really strong. I used it on my natural hair without any braids, and I've tried it on my hair with braids, and I could tell the difference. If you have braids and you want to wash your braids while your hair is installed with the braids, the best would be a very strong shampoo like Sulfur 8. I'm sure there are others on the market, but I've not tried them yet, so this is the only one I can speak for in the meantime. So if you look at the name, even it's called Sulfur 8, so it really does contain lots of sulfates, and you don't really want to be using this on sensitive hair, hair that has been damaged, weak kind of hair, or if your hair is really thin, you really don't want to be using this. Well, from my experience, it doesn't really, it does a lot of drying effect. It has a lot of drying effect on my natural hair. But when it comes to braids, Sulfur 8 does a perfect job. So when it comes to braids, Sulfur 8 does a very good job, because notice that your hair is kind of shielded by the braids or the wig that you use to install the braids. So it makes it, it kind of protects your main hair, and then it cleans the wig itself for you. It's just perfect. It removed all the dandruff from my scalp, as you can see. Everything just came off. There are no more flakes in my hair, and it's just perfect. So before I use the Sulfur 8, I use Ketazole shampoo. It contains ketoconazole as the active ingredient. What I do is that I just wet the scalp very gently, very lightly, and then I take a generous amount of the ketoconazole shampoo, and then line my whole scalp with it. Cover the whole area of scalp with my ketoconazole and leave it for 5 minutes. It's actually described on the bottle that you leave it for 5 minutes for it to actually do the work for you before you finally wash it out. So I did that with my braids and waited for at least 10 minutes, because I know that I've really gathered a lot of dandruff on my scalp, and 5 minutes may not be enough. and then after that I added some water and rubbed it in really well before, and I didn't wash it out. Then I followed through with my sulfur 8 just to clarify my scalp and make everything really neat. That's what I did. And together these two are my power products when it comes to removing dandruff from braids or from hair that has wig installed in it. Basically that's what I did. In the initial phase, I made sure that the water wasn't really touching the rest of the hair, because the rest of the hair itself is not smelly. Most of my problem is in my scalp and the parts about 5 inches away from my scalp. That's where the smell really comes from, and that's what I tend to focus on. So that's what I did, and then I followed through with rinsing the hair out. And here you go. I'm still drying it as I speak. It's not exactly very dry, but the water that was draining out of it is all out now. The water is out, and the scalp itself is close to getting dry. So I'm gonna see how long it takes for the hair to dry.